I've said it before, but I'll repeat myself because it's important. There's nothing sexier than a woman who hates men.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere, friends to know and ways to grow, a reading rainbow. I can be anything. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow.
The best bit about being bisexual and non-binary, every attraction you feel is gay. Like fuck me, girls are awesome. I'm gay. And then ooh, boys, I'm so gay. But also non-binary humans, hot, also gay.
Imagine being this fucking embarrassing. Recently, it was called to my attention on Twitter that someone was being hired by NASA and that they were using the F word in a tweet about it.
She didn't lose her internship because her friends use a hashtag. She lost it because a bunch of 4chan fuckers found out she's trans and decided to dox her and harass her employer about the image she was sending. Like, this wasn't her public face account. She wasn't spouting racist garbage. She mistook someone in her mentions for one of the randos she was regularly harassed by because, you know, if someone tweets language at you on Twitter, 99% of the time they're not actually concerned for you. And transphobes use the opportunity to fuck up her life. It's great that Hickman is behind her on this, but a lot of people are sharing this and laughing at how hilarious it is that a furry got fired for swearing, which is the smokescreen being used to cover how this was doxing a trans woman to ruin her potential career. I just saw a video of an 83-year-old woman who was losing her sight and her husband who learned to do her makeup for her, concealer and all, after she goes blind and cannot see at all. This video was captioned with things like, how sweet, and relationship goals, but I do not understand how this is at all admirable. This man is unable to acknowledge the face of his 83-year-old wife, that's pretty fucking old, honestly, to whom he has probably been married for over 50 years, so he learns how to do her makeup for her, even though she cannot see it. He is denying her the peace and simplicity of living without makeup, so I'm not listening to anyone who tells me women do makeup for themselves. Some spicy hot takes you can't talk me out of. Black Lives Matter, abolish ICE, the US government exists on stolen land, sex work is real work, true scum are losers, butch and femme are not exclusively lesbian identities, TERFs are scum, correcting spelling and grammar on social media is rude, classist, and ableist. ACAB, healthcare is a human right. The A in LGBTQIA+ stands for Ace Arrow. Punch every Nazi. Bragging about being a gold star lesbian is biphobic, usually trans-misogynistic, and always obnoxious. The revolution will be accessible. Carly Rae Jepsen is an underappreciated pop queen whose musical achievements far exceed the Beatles. Lesbians are good. Trans lesbians are good. Non-binary lesbians are good. He/him lesbians are good. All lesbians are good. If you disagree, bye-bye, bitch. Dead?
Then privilege is not eating all the massive amounts of food available to you.
Repeat after me. Pronouns do not equal gender. Gender does not equal pronouns. Pronouns are not gendered.
Men don't like it when women talk about periods because they, 1, see everything as a competition, 2, can't stand losing anything because of their fragile ego, even if that thing is a who suffers more contest they've made up. Men are trash.
Here's your tea for the day. Trans womanhood is more valid than cis womanhood because trans women actually have to work for that shit.
My hill. You don't get to tell people what they are. Example, I'm mixed. I don't look mixed unless it rains and my hair goes poof. So all the damn time, I get you're white, shut the fuck up when I speak on any social issues. Well, okay, half of me will shut up, but yeah, the rest of me will not. Not your place. So you shut the fuck up.
Can I just say that telling people not to smoke or drink alcohol while they're pregnant is ableist and classist as fuck and it needs to stop? First off, the majority of smokers and substance abusers are from disadvantaged and poor backgrounds or struggling with mental health issues, and they use it as a coping method, so to tell them they're a bad person for doing that is both classist and ableist. The main argument is that your child will come out disabled, but honestly, if that happens, so what? What's wrong with that? This whole mindset has deep fucking roots in ableist thought processes, and I'm fucking sick of it. Like, why do you hate people with disabilities?
I hate thin people. So after my last thin privilege post about how thin people love themselves, people have been saying, but some thin people have depression. What? I hate thin people more now. You are blessed with a nice body. Why would you go and get depression? You people disgust me. You should be grateful for what you have and not self-harm or have mental illnesses, you ungrateful privileged idiots. I hate thin privileges.
Thought. I do not think 50% of the world's billionaires should be women. I think there shouldn't be any billionaires at all.
So, you're saying 0% of the world should be billionaires?
Yes.
Why shouldn't there be billionaires? That makes no sense.
Because the existence of billionaires is predicated on the exploitation of human labor and unsustainable environmental harm. That level of wealth hoarding is harmful to economies, as it reduces the amount of money in circulation. No one person, no family could ever conceivably spend $1 billion anyway, and it's inherently immoral to accumulate wealth so narrowly while so much of the world lives in abject poverty. Better than to create a wealth ceiling, a point at which all wealth over a certain point is taxed or at very near 100% to incentivize people to actually spend their money rather than hoard it, stimulating the economy and bettering the lives of far more people. Better even still to create and regulate economic systems that protect workers and the environment in a way that such extreme levels of wealth accumulation aren't even feasible. I swear to God, men raising their voice is the most terrifying thing in the world. They don't understand, like it's an immediate panic response. Game over.
I actually had no idea women found this so scary.
My downstairs neighbors fight on a regular basis, and every time he starts yelling, I'm a little afraid he's gonna kill her.
I have no reason to think this except that he is a man, and he is angry.
My math teacher has a loud voice and a temper, and he scares the living shit out of me almost every day. He has made me and other kids cry more than once, and he and his teacher buddies make a joke out of terrifying students.
So, small reminder. If you're male, please do us all a favor and kill yourself. Even if you're trans male, if you're attracted to men, kill yourself. Even if you're gay, if you're straight, kill yourself. Yes, even women. If you're bi, kill yourself. If you're ace, kill yourself. If you're cis, kill yourself. And if you're white, kill yourself. If you're none of these, I love you. I finally received a letter from my therapist diagnosing me with gender dysphoria, and I just wanted to say, you don't have to have dysphoria to be trans. Just believe and respect people regardless of their diagnosis. This is mainly directed at Starbucks, who insists on it.
Again, we are reminded of how trash men are. They things they justify as okay. Rape, gang rape, burning women, beating women and kids. Emotional, physical, and psychological abuse. When does it end?
I love problematic male anti-hero characters, but there are limitations to how morally gray they can be. Like, manipulating people and toying with them? Cool. Massacring entire cities? My precious child. Killing the heroine's closest friends? I love you. I die for you, my small son. But being transphobic, racist, homophobic, or sexist? Nice knowing you, bro. I hope you rot in hell.
The real problem? Men don't see women as people. Like, before you can even get to dressing, respect, and other appropriate behavior, that's the fundamental thing you have to fix. If you don't change that men just see polite behavior as the correct actions to take, rather than I act in a way that accounts for and respects the personhood and subjectivity of women, this is why pickup artists and incels exist. They truly don't see women as human beings who make choices and have feelings. They just see us as non-autonomous objects, sex robots, housework robots. So their actions towards us just falls into a rubric of this is the correct thing to do, look, say, to get her to fuck you. As if we are just robots when you enter the secret password and get sex. There is no specific right way to get sex, get romance, get anything from a woman. The real problem is within the idea that men want to get something from us. Many men view their relationships as either transactional, where he does correct actions and gets sex or romance or domestic labor, etc. in return, or exploitative, where he is simply inherently deserving of sex and romance and domestic labor.
Absolutely nothing should be sold for profit if its absence can kill you. Water shouldn't be sold for a profit. Food shouldn't be sold for a profit. Healthcare shouldn't be sold for a profit. Any system where people can die because they're unable to access these resources needs to be dismantled. Shelter shouldn't be sold for profit, and heat and air conditioning shouldn't be sold for profit either. Absolutely nothing at all should be sold for profit. Money is fake. Capitalism doesn't work. All wealth is theft.